It has been a horrifically bad year for CNN and MSNBC. Spun off from their parent companies, MSNBC can't even use the NBC name anymore and have officially become MS Now. Oh, how the legacies have fallen. But they found a new strategy that they believe will save them, a ratings darling. And everyone in America should know what's really going on.
Both parties kind of freaking out about not just his success in this race, and we now know he's won, but how talented he is.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel that continues to deliver you the truth, served up on a platter of chatter, hot and fresh every day. And yes, truth is with a capital T. Folks, find that like button, share, subscribe, and we would love a comment down below. Folks, you need to know this. This is important because MSNBC and CNN have stumbled upon something that they believe will help them win bigly over the next 2 years. And if you don't know this, then you don't know what's happening in America. I'm going to show it to you. First, though, I want to show you how they were handling this when it happened. We're talking about the election of Mamdani. I promise, folks, don't go anywhere. I'll show you the stats. You won't believe the ratings in just a minute.
There's two things going on here. I mean, I keep saying this. I'm sort of tongue-in-cheek about it, but not really. There's New York and there's America.
Right.
Like, New York is a very different kind of place. New York is one of the world's greatest cities, if not the greatest city in the world. It is the definition of cosmopolitan, and it therefore has different politics and different vibes and different just contours in terms of the way people think about it and whether it translates to the rest of everything going on in America. At the same time, what we have is a New York City mayor's race that has an incredible amount of attention from the White House, an incredible amount of attention from the national media and the national political media, with both parties kind of freaking out about not just his success in this race, and we now know he's won, but how talented he is.
Pause there. You'll notice they're hedging. Now, folks, this is old news. I want to get to the new news, okay? I don't want to delay any farther. I know some of you I have already lost. I know how YouTube works pretty darn well, and I'm telling you, we lost some people just playing that clip because they said, "Pro, get to it." Well, here we are. They were hedging. Rachel Maddow was hedging on that win, and I'm going to explain why in just a minute. Okay, I'm going to explain why. We're going to stay away from the politics as best we can. I want to explain the ratings here because this is so interesting to see. Out of Adweek, it says week of November 3rd, that's the week that Mamdani won, cable news ratings. MSNBC and CNN record across-the-board growth. The two networks had triple-digit growth in the primetime demo. There's something even more important. Mark Machiro has this one, again, out of Adweek. It says, despite being an off-year election, interest in the various regional election contests across the country was high enough for the three cable news networks to register primetime growth in total viewers. Let's get to it. What is it? How big is it? Okay? This is one of those rare times I don't care about the Fox News thing tremendously, okay? We need to see MSNBC. We need to see CNN, and I'll explain it. MSNBC, talking about the week that Mamdani won, in primetime, averaged 1.26 million total viewers and 149,000 viewers in the demo. The demo is what matters. The network was up 65% in total viewers and 157% in the demo. In other words, the people that matter most, the demo, the young people, the buyers, the advertising revenue dollar generators, up 157% in the week that Mamdani won. They tuned in to watch it. They're energized like crazy. You may disagree with it. You may think they're crazy. I'll tell you what I think in just a minute, okay? MSNBC leaped from number 21 in the basic cable networks to number 5 in the demo the week that Mamdani won. CNN averaged 786,000 total primetime viewers and 177,000 in the demo. That's a 77% increase in total viewers, but almost 200% in the demo. Folks, I'm here to tell you, you may disagree with socialism. I do. You may disagree with communism. I definitely do. Millions of people lost their lives in the last century, and I think that's enough from that ideology. But the young people of America, they are electrified by Mamdani and by the lady who has won in Seattle and by AOC, although I don't think AOC is nearly what Mamdani is, but I don't want to get into politics, but I'm just telling you, there's something to know here. There's something to know here. And look at Fox News compared to how they did in the same period last year. Fox News down 50% and 75%. Makes sense because we're comparing to the election of Donald Trump last year, right? The big election, Kamala versus the Donald. But MSNBC is only down 20% and 58%. And CNN is only down 36 and 59%. And why? Because the young people are completely and totally energized by Mamdani. Now, Fox, how did Fox do? It was up 2% and 14%. You compare that to CNN and MSNBC when you're up, what we say on MSNBC was up 65% and 157%. CNN is up 77% and 195%. I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not taking this Mamdani thing seriously, if you're not recognizing, because remember, my job is to keep you ahead of the culture curve. And from an entertainment standpoint, from what people are interested standpoint, from the what is the collective story that we're going to believe in going forward? The young people are shifting hard. And it's happening across the board. The right is kind of, it's shattering, okay? And you've got the right, so much infighting happening right now. It's because the moment to win is here and they don't feel like they're winning. Okay? The right fought to get Trump into the White House, back into the White House, and to have legitimacy and to be treated as not villains in their own land. The right worked on this for a decade, right? And to capture it away from whatever the Bush era was. Hate to get into politics, but I got to explain this. The right now is saying, this is it. We have a year to win, and they don't feel it happening. And whether it's happening or whether it's not, they don't feel that it's happening. And young people can't afford houses. And even though the inflation has dropped to 3%, they still are suffering under the old inflation. And everything is upside down for them. So they're rapidly turning to the story that can recapture them. And what is that story? Well, if it's not going to be the orange man, who's it going to be? They'll go as far in the other direction as you can imagine. This will impact entertainment. And if you all think for a minute that you defeated, wokeism and it can never come back, if you all think for a minute that you defeated anti-free speech censorship and that it'll never come back, you don't know what is out there and what's coming for you, and you can see it in the stats for CNN and MSNBC. Mamdani is a guy who talks about seizing the means of production. He is a full-blown commie kind of guy. Commie come lately. Commie chameleon. You get it? That's bad. But folks, listen. You need to understand that if the right doesn't start winning, then the movement that you saw in the 2010s will come back again, and it's going to be very much farther to the left. That's what's coming for you. Now, even CNN personnel know that this is a very bad situation, and I'll explain why after this clip. I'll explain why the ratings are bonanza, and CNN and MSNBC, they're going to go completely gaga for Mamdani. 1,000% for Mamdani. They're excited for the ratings. From a business standpoint, covering the guy who's anti-business is great business for them. But the talking heads know where this is headed.
I think he missed an opportunity. I think the Mamdani that we saw on the campaign trail, who was a lot more calm, who was a lot warmer, who was a lot more embracing, was not present in that speech. And I think that Mamdani is the one you need to hear from tonight. There are a lot of people trying to figure out, can I get on this train with him or not? Is he going to include me? Is he going to be more of a class warrior, even in office? I think he missed a chance tonight to open up and bring more people into the tent. I think.
So here's what's happening. Okay. So CNN and MSNBC are having tremendous growth. And in that point, Van Jones does not yet know what his ratings are. What Van Jones is worried about is they see the opportunity at hand politically to win the midterms. And the young people are They're just jolted. They're so excited about Mamdani. Not everybody. You may be a young person listening and say, not me, bro. I know. And New York is different. And Seattle is different. I got it. But there are warning signs out there. And these kind of jumps for cable news, this is crazy. Listen, they're used to pulling in the assisted living crowd. They're not used to being on in the chic bars around the nation. So Van Jones is warning, though. He's saying, you know what? This tent might not be big enough. We might self-sabotage the midterms if we go this route. If Trump is able to say to the American people, listen, these are actually communists, then that might be a winning formula to get the white, or to save Congress for the Republicans. So from a political standpoint, Van Jones is thinking it the way that you would expect, right? He's looking at it and saying, oh no, what if we go too far? What if we don't take the opportune moment to defeat the infighting Republicans who are too busy, dashing each other's hopes and bashing each other for clicks? What are we going to, we're going to throw it all away. But the Adweek stats say something else is happening. And it's something you need to know about. It's something you need to find out about. It's something you need to prepare yourselves for and gird yourself. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. This is the new battle we've got to talk about. The young people of America are turning to the tactics of Venezuela and Cuba because they're waiting for somebody to come in and save them and their finances because they've been ravaged by the pandemic and crazy policies of the last few decades. And what do we need to say, folks, as we get ready to wrap this one up? You could say, Pro, this is totally political. Why are you doing a political video? Hear me out, folks. There are two ways of getting away from socialism and communism, conquering the shared narrative of young people. The first way is obvious, and that's winning. Winning solves a lot of problems. And you may think that you're winning, or you may think that you're losing. Everybody is in a different station in life. But young people at large need help to get to winning. And one of those ways, I want to present this to you, one of those ways that we need to begin saying every day, we got to get to this. When they destroyed the boy brands, when they decimated the male hero, when they took away the incentive for guys to leave their basements and their video games, when they kicked guys out of college by calling them the evil, angry white dudes, the patriarchy, when they sent guys out of academia, what has happened here is the disillusionment of our youth across America. And not only do we need to be winning, but folks, we need to be inspiring. We have to get a story going again. We have to have myths and legends and folklore. And we have to get back to saying there's a reason to carry your load, to lift your responsibility. We have to get back to purpose. We have to give back the heroes to our young people and give them a reason to get up every day and go conquer it. Carpe diem, baby. And if we don't do that, then they will hand that off to the state. And you know what happens when you hand that off to the state. If we generate a generation of weak men, what will happen? Hard times. And I'm not interested in the hard times, especially in the kind of time we are technologically speaking right now, where it's more important than ever that we get this right and we create an aspirational, inspirational future to strive towards. Let's get at it, ladies and gentlemen. Truth with a capital T. Let's fight for what's right for you and me. Click the like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts on all of this. And folks, be aware, this is something we need to pay attention to. We have not seen stats like this for CNN and MSNBC in as long as we've been covering this in 3 years. Pay attention to it. It's real. It needs to be addressed. And the right is too busy wiping each other out. And the centrists are saying, hey, 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 danger, danger on the horizon. Folks, entertainment's a huge part of it. We'll cover that part. We'll get to it. Until the next time, this is your pal Pro. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
No, hey Flong. What you doing? Thinking about Rome?
No, I wasn't. But thanks. Now I lost the game.
Dang it. Now I lost the game. Oh, no. Well, now you're a double loser.
Hey, guys. You know what would help you in your grief? Forgetting those things and filling your mind with articles from thatparkplace.com and using that website as a launching pad to get you lost in thought with all of the team from there.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah. Oh, well, Flora, would you look down here?
I hate you.